Hello everybody, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of FlyFishDan. Today we're going to talk a little bit about fishing with a full sink line. And be sure to stick to the end of the video because I'm going to give you a fly fishing tip that'll make a huge difference when casting in tight spots. So when you have a full sink line, you want to let that sink based on a number of factors. How deep is the hole? How deep are the fish? And really the best way to really discover what's going to work is just do some experimenting. Recently I was on lake and we found if you let this full sink line sink for about 10 to 15 seconds and then slowly strip it back in, that was dipping down into the zone where most of these fish were hanging out at. Another day, we had to let that thing sink for almost a full 15 seconds, nearly to the bottom. Strip it in and boom, fish on. So there are a few different types of sink tips you can get. You can get sink tips that attach to your floating line. The only problem with that is they are a bit tough to cast. It's kind of like casting a rubber band, and they don't necessarily get down as quickly as if you're using a full sink, full line. Generally, I'll fish those two setups. If I've got a floating line, I will have sink tips in my bag to pull out just in case I need to get the fly just a little bit deeper. But if I'm specifically targeting fish that are deep down, I have a reel that has dedicated full sink line. It's just a lot easier to cast and easier to manage when the entire line is what it's designed to be, and in this case a full sink line. So your fly fishing tip of this video is the fact that I discovered you can roll cast a sinking line, provided it hasn't sunk all the way. But I was in a very tight spot where I had a rock wall directly behind me, and I was shocked on how easy it was to roll cast this line out 40 to 50 feet, which was enough to get where I needed to go to catch fish. So you can roll cast sink tips. In a lot of cases, it's easier than trying to cast that big heavy line in the air. All right, everybody, hope that helps you catch more fish. Till the next time, fish on.